Hey guys, this is Dave from Fitness Technology Services. Today I'm going to do a video on how to replace the incline button or the resistance button. They're both the exact same procedure, but just located on a different handlebar on your elliptical. Alright, this is the one that runs down through this track right here, through this arm, and connects right up right through here. Alright, so here's a list of tools and supplies you'll need. You'll need this little plastic cover, and you need this little membrane right here. This is just really a sticker, so every time this gets peeled off to get to that, it gets ruined. So once you've identified that you need to replace this button here, these are supplies that you'll need for it. Alright, so the best way for me to go about and see if we actually need the button or if the wire's bad, first thing you want to do is take off your cover and just take a look at it. This one obviously is good. There's no breaks, no problems with it whatsoever, so the problem has got to be in the button. So again, just remove this cover, expose these two wires. You can see it really easy. If you want to test it further, you just take a bread tie. I love little bread ties. Put it in the white and the neutral in the middle and touch one side. So you can hear the incline working. Alright, then we're going to switch to the other side. Hear the incline going down. So we know the wire is good from here up to the console. So for this video, we're not going to really replace that. This is working just fine. Our problem's from here up into here on why our incline doesn't work. Alright? So that's just standard little bread tie. I just clean off the ends with a pair of cutters and just make it easy to do that. Alright? There's no real voltage inside of this, so you don't really have to be afraid. You just don't want to short it out and cause any problems with your console. Alright? So the next thing is we're just going to hook this back up here. Alright. And as a matter of fact, you know what? We're going to leave it unhooked. And that way there's no power going up to that whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about it. Alright. So the next thing we got to do is we got to remove this sticker here on the outside. So this is really the only dangerous part to the whole job. I just don't want you getting cut by using a razor knife or a razor blade or something on that. So I personally have a really dull pocket knife right here. And so I'm just going to have to dig into that corner. Now you may be able to take this sticker off and reuse it, but I'm not good enough for that. I usually always break this little sticker. So we're going to pull this off right here. Perfect. So I may be able to reuse that. I doubt it though. Alright, so the next thing we want to do is get our Phillips out. I like to put everything in a cup holder just so I keep track of it. And this, by the way, is one of the easier jobs to do when you're elliptical, so. And it's the best thing to do. It's better than finding out if your console's bad, if your incline's not working. You should always at least start with this. So now I'm pushing this wire up. See this right here? So I get a little bit more slack, a little bit more. And I want a little bit. Not too much, a little bit more right there. Alright? So the main thing you have to do is you have to disconnect these two parts right here. This is kind of difficult to do. So for that, take my razor knife, I'll put this over here. So we'll put that where you can see it really easy. And I just give one little slice here. trying not to damage the wire. The wire's pretty easy to replace too. But why if you don't have to? Alright. Let's see if we can peel this back right here. Like so. No, we might need to cut it just a little bit more, maybe not. Alright, coming around right here. Alright, let me give you a little help. Come off the edges of it. Right here like this. Pull this around here. See, it takes a little bit to get this rubber coating off the outside of this. But you have to do it. There is no way to reattach a new one without removing that first, okay? So now we have just the wire. Alright, so if we're ever curious about that, we could actually test and see if the wire's good. So we'll plug this back in here, like so. We have our just raw wire right here. And we will just take our little handy dandy bread tie and touch these two. See? You can hear it. Hear the incline going. So the wiring itself is good. So it's got continuity and it's good all the way through to here. Alright? So we really just need to replace the membrane. But again, I'm not usually good enough to do it without replacing the sticker too. Alright? More parts over here. I guess I have to waste this sticker. So we'll come over here like so. And again, it doesn't matter whether it says incline or level or resistance. It's all the same procedures, all right? So now we're just straight down to this. So we're going to run this through here like so. All right. Now I don't like to stick it on because I'm old-fashioned and feel like I always make a mistake with things. So I'm just going to do it loosely for right now. Alright. So now we're just going to push the membrane because that's the only part that's really making a signal anyway. Alright, so you can hear it going up. Okay, now see, this is hooked up backwards. It's not going down. Alright, so we're going to go back out here, flip this around the other way. And it goes backwards. See, now it goes down. We'll test the up. Up's working fine. Down's working fine. Every time you hear a beep on the console, half a second later, you should get a response on the incline. Alright, so I feel confident with that now. I'm going to take this thing, put a little tape on it if you want. I usually don't bother, but better safe than sorry for you. Pull this back down. Disconnect our power source. We don't have any power going to it, so we don't have to worry about it. And it's just like this. See, and then this would go right back here like so. So push this in here. Take the little bit of sticky tape off the back of it. Sometimes that's a little annoying to do too. There. I also don't like to take the sticky off the back of it until I'm sure I got the polarity correct. Doesn't hurt anything, as you saw with me hooking it up backwards, but just makes you look bad. And you're in front of the customer, you don't want that. Alright, so hit start. Alright, see, now we go back here. Double check it again, hook it back up. Alright, now we're ready to go. Hopefully, there we go. Now the incline's going up, you can kind of hear it. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there you go, you can hear it a little bit. Now the incline's going to go down. Okay, hear that? Now simply just put our 2 screws back, put our cover back on, and we're good to go. You can do this with a little electric drill if you want, but it's a pretty small job, so I don't really bother with it. Alright. And we carry all these parts at the shop, so this is not really a big deal for you. But if you need it, you can give me an email, and our email, you'll see it on the sign right there. I'm going to end up putting the same sticker back on it, just because I know really it's just for looks. It's not really going to stay on here. I'm going to take it back off for another video, alright? So let's see if I can get that sticker back on. See, it just never looks good, right? That's why it's always recommended you buy both, so you can put a new sticker on it so it'll all look fresh and pretty again. But you could glue it back down, but it's really not the best way to do it. Alright, so again, everything's working fine. You can hear the ramp. You can also hear the beep on the console. And then it goes back down. So that's really all there is to that. It's a pretty simple job to do. Just the main thing is the sticker, so you always, in my opinion, have to ruin it to get it off. You may be able to get it off and save the sticker, but it looks pretty bad. It's the membrane underneath of it that goes bad. Alright, and it just, after pressing it so many times, it just simply wears out. So if your connection looks good, and you did the little test on the wire tie with the bread tie right there, and you know you get the signal going up to the console, you don't want to pay any money to get a console or have any expensive service done to that. This is really cheap and inexpensive. Just give us a call at 410-286-5566, and we'll hook you up with some parts, and hopefully this has helped you. All right, thanks a lot.